Mishra, if there is a press conference by a councillor the previous day where he's asking people to come armed, where he's telling people that we have to register our protest, then obviously there is a mindset of violence, which is what the BJP is talking about. So how can you then suddenly blame the security forces if the Congress leaders themselves are making these kind of statements, not privately, but publicly?
So first, let me call out BJP today. They keep talking about Rahul Gandhi and Congress not taking Election Commission to the courts. The Modi Sarkar in December 2023 passed the Chief Election Commissioner and Election Commissioners Act, which ensures that the current and previous CECs and election commissioners are legally, they have legal immunity.
Let's come back to Ladakh, please. Let's come back to Ladakh.
So let's call them out on that.
Okay, let's come back to Ladakh. Now, answer the question I posed. Yeah, let's come back to Ladakh, please. Yeah.
So now let's come back to Ladakh. What has been happening in Ladakh? As you rightly pointed out, they have, what are the Gen Z there? It's not Gen C, it's the Gen Z there has been looking for jobs. What have they asked for? One of them is that they should have a public selection commission there because they don't have jobs.
Was this dharna for jobs?
It was one of the 4 demands.
No,
it was one of the 4 demands.
And talks are going on.
And Wangchuk has also spoken about it.
Mishra, isn't it a fact that talks were scheduled for the 6th of October? There were informal talks also that were happening.
And
in the middle of negotiation, why would somebody engage in this kind of violence? Is a question that only raises issues about whether there is some kind of political intent.
I am answering your question. You know, this is the old BJP trick of trying to throw mud on your opponents and dust in the eyes of the public. These talks were first held in May. And the people who came to negotiate were told that they will be called back within a month. They weren't. And Center has been ignoring them. That talks are now on October 6th, which they have been protesting against. They wanted that the promises that were made in the last talks should be taken forward, and what little they have done of including languages.
Talks were scheduled.
The question: how could the government have controlled this? Now the government has called for preparatory meet for the October 6th meet on September 28-29. When this Wangchuk has been sitting there for 15 days, and there are people who have fallen ill, who have been taken to hospitals, these preparatory talks could have been held earlier. And what the people there are protesting, you were talking about governance, they say that all the decisions right now are being taken by bureaucrats, against which they are protesting. All this spending and all. So that answers that. Coming here, Wangchuk has also actually answered these questions. In his reply, he has said that one of the amounts, the bigger amount, was on sale of a bus which was bought with foreign funds. The 54,000 that you are talking about, he has said that it was deposited wrongly by the concerned person.
So that's a violation.
So the concerned person, he has given an explanation that the person who was depositing wasn't aware of that and it was a mistake. The total amount is around 9.8 lakh. Which is if you want to charge someone with FCRA, send ED after him because you are politically uncomfortable, this harassment will happen. We have seen this UAPA, PMLA being used to harass political opponents, and as I said,
agencies. Ashutosh Mishra, respond to Shehzad.
So first of all, let's come. We are talking about Ladakh. What he says that why didn't the UP government do it? UP government has been punished by the people of India for not delivering, and now that Modi Sarkar faces the same problem.
You agree with the statement on referendum?
You agree with the statement on referendum? Now Modi has been reduced to 240 seats. He hasn't got a third term on his own. Oh.
Yes,
nobody agrees with the referendum thing.
Except
the question here is that Wangchuk he talks about tweet by Amit Malviya of some deputy commissioner making wild allegations against Sonam Wangchuk. It's the same document that you are talking about. He has tweeted. What he is to read that there are grammatical mistakes in that, and that saying everyone is anti-national because he is China. Narendra Modi has gone to China. Is he anti-national because he is talking to?
Bring out one by one this ideology of what exactly is happening. This is Wangchuk, and what his charges that he faces are separate. But the question is, when he makes a statement saying that Indian army soldiers, Gorkhas will go and go in China, why is it so difficult to condemn it?
So you see, what he's talking about Gorkhas and it has been reported here, is when Agniveer scheme was launched. At that time also the Nepalis said, the Nepali government said that
Gorkhas are Indians. That's very strong objection. Gorkhas are Indian citizens. Please.
Okay. Make your point. Conclude.
This point. So, yes or no question.
It's a yes or no question. Do you agree with it or not?
You have to.
One second.
This game cannot be played. That it is not an interrogation where I give a yes or no answer.
It's a limited time debate.
So just let me answer this. So in this case, he's talking about the Gurkhas who were hired from Nepal and who, because Agniveer is not as attractive as working in the military was earlier, where you got all the benefits
so it's right
for
to
life.
say go to China.
So he's not. I don't condone what he says. What he's saying.
It's a condemn it outright.
What he's saying that they may go to China because China is trying to come in Nepal and Pakistan.
Okay.